and welcome to GCU Review.
Getting closer.
What's hot and what's not.
Getting closer.
Bye.
Getting closer.
Hey guys, it's Dee.
And I'm Danielle.
And welcome to GCU Review, where today we are doing Fatale off Netflix.
Fatale.
Originally came out in 2020.
2020 is what I think I saw, yeah.
Ooh, with Michael Ealy. With them ocean blue eyes. You know, I don't too much do light skins. But he got me in barbershop because he was a roughneck. And yeah.
I mean, he was cute.
I've been a Michael Ealy fan since.
He was cute there.
Yes, he's still cute.
He was one of the ones that made my short list as well.
All right.
I mean.
So yeah, Michael Ealy. We got Hilary Swank.
Hilary Swank.
And
yes,
this is what
she is
happened,
there
child.
too. She is there as well.
It kind of had me going back and forth trying to guess this, that, and the other. But let's get into it.
Like, so the way that Netflix describes this movie is by saying, guy goes out to a bachelor party and meets a mysterious woman, and it just goes south from there. And it's like, okay, all right.
And, well, the bachelor party was in Vegas.
And it was.
And it is an unspoken rule that what happens in Vegas
stays in Vegas. Everybody knows that.
You're not supposed to get a stalker out the deal.
You're not. First of all, if everything that happens stays in Vegas, that means that you're supposed to stay your butt in Vegas as far as whatever happened between the two of y'all. That happened there. It doesn't exist outside of Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the state line is right here. This is y'all. Here's the state line. Over? We are nothing now.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
So yeah, he met her at the bachelor party. They got to drinking, talking, whatever. Of course, things happen.
And this is, okay, so this is the thing. The setup for that part, though, is we meet Michael Ealy's character, Derek. And he's got some tension going on at home. Mm-hmm. He's at a dinner party with his best friend and his wife, and he's there with his wife, and it's just it's tension.
It was tension.
The vibes is off, and it's like, okay, so is something going on between their marriage?
Right. So of course, your best friend talking you into being single,
being stupid. Because first of all, now his wife did tell him, hey, you going to your little party with your little friends in Little Vegas. You know how we say little before everything when we trying to talk crazy. Your little friends in Little Vegas. Go ahead and go. So he went ahead and went.
Yep.
But then his friend, played by Michael Colton, who, again, fine, but also normally plays a villain. And in the Black lexicon, nobody likes him. Nobody. Because he always playing somebody that's up to something.
Up to something no good.
Takes this man's ring off his finger and said, like, you going to be single today. She told you to go on to Vegas. You in Vegas. We at this bachelor party. You going to be single today.
So, of course, things happen in Vegas. They get back home. Somebody breaks into the house.
Right.
And don't really take nothing.
Don't really take nothing. Somebody comes in. Well, first of all, he got back from Vegas, and after having his little episode meeting, which is where he met Hilary Swank's character, Valerie. And I just want to say one thing. I just had to back up to say this one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
In the scene where she is in that club and she's dancing, and that's supposed to be her sexy introduction. And she's just flailing.
And she didn't look...
Flailing in the club.
She didn't look as cute as her character should have been out there dancing.
They had her looking rough. Come
to find out, she's a police, so...
She's a popo, but she didn't have to look rough like that. If you out here in Vegas by yourself as a woman, you know what you out there scoping probably. She was looking rough.
Well, she said that's what she do.
I guess.
She come out, she at Vegas with her. Yeah,
and she had her
wasn't
fun.
Looking cute to where I would be like,
they should have got a body double.
I'm blow my marriage up for this chick. She wasn't one of
She
those.
was not blow my marriage up for this chick cute.
Anyway, because I see her about to go off.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that. They should have got a body double for the dancing. They should have got a body double.
Or at least taught her how to dance. Okay. So anyway, after they do all that, get back, somebody break in the house, try to kill him. Guess who shows up as the lead detective for his crime?
Valerie.
Her. She shows up, and off top, he was like, oh, snap.
You could just see
What would she tell my
it just
wife?
fell over him. Like, first of all, he had to fight this dude off that had a gun that was going to kill him. He was there to kill him.
Yep.
It was apparent this person was not trying to rob them.
Stressful.
And I see you. And the first thing and then she starts throwing shade.
She said, so your name Darren or Derek? Which
She's
one?
like, I'm sorry, was your name Darren or Derek? Because he gave the name Darren at the hotel.
Wait, we was in Vegas. You don't need to know my name.
Why anybody giving a real name in Vegas, ma'am?
We may not see each other. That just happened to be a.
You never got
a
your feelings hurt
coinky-dink.
off of a hookup in Vegas that you routinely go out and do? No, ma'am. That's craziness. Red flags flying everywhere. They flying everywhere. Everywhere. So she starts throwing shade, asking about his name, and then pulls his wife to the side by herself just to mess with this man's head as if he ain't almost been killed in it.
To take her to the bedroom.
And took her to the bedroom.
Like, what are you doing here? Why are you sitting on my husband's side of the bed? Why are you asking?
In your outside clothes. I'm sorry, that's something we don't do.
We don't play that. That's what we don't
Cop
do.
or not, I would have had to say something to you. You in your outside clothes on my bed.
Ma'am.
You're on my bed, ma'am.
Ma'am. The crime didn't happen down here. What are we doing down here?
It
wasn't enough questions asked for me. Hey, you in my house. I don't care what happened.
Get your trench coat in California wearing butt off my bed.
Why she had a trench coat on?
I could not figure out why she had a trench coat on. Anyway.
Okay.
So
So it goes on. She's the lead detective. She's investigating a crime on this, that, and the other. They find out that whoever broke in the house actually had access to the house. Wasn't no forced entry.
Was not forced entry.
Wasn't nothing broken to get in. And so it comes to the point of your wife did this. Your wife tried to have you killed.
Because now, too, is another element to this. His partner, who is his best friend, because Derek and his best friend,
Or Darren.
Darren, whatever it is, whoever you are today, Rafi was his best friend's name.
Yeah.
They are sports agents.
Yeah.
And they started this agency from the ground up. Derek used to be a basketball player and then went on to be a sports agent. So they got this huge multi-million-dollar business and sky rises, nice furniture, clear glasses.
houses was
It's really
bad.
nice. And the thing is, between the two of them, the other partner is wanting to sell their business to a bigger firm.
Right.
And Derek doesn't want to do that.
All right.
He's like, well, you need my say, and I don't want to do it.
Period.
So there's the other piece of contention. You got a wife who's not really feeling her husband, and then you've got the best friend who's just trying to get the rest of the business.
Right.
But the way that they found out, tell how they found out.
So the way they found out, well, of course, she a detective. Crazy and all. So she a detective, so she followed the wife because she was like, something ain't right. You ain't telling me the whole story.
Something.
Somebody had the alarm code. What happened?
Yes.
So she started following the wife, followed her to one of her little rental properties because she's a realtor, and found the best friend and the wife
Sleeping in the next room.
together. OMG.
OMG.
So now, not only does she want you dead because she probably wants your money, he wants you dead because he wants the business and wants to sell it. So your best friend, your wife is...
That's a sound effect.
is what was happening.
That's a sound effect. But she brought him, the detective Valerie brought Derek down there to see that. She pulled up
you
at
have
his
to
job.
see it for yourself because you're not gonna believe me because I'm a little crazy.
I understand that he was not going to believe her.
Wasn't?
Because she had already showed her butt a couple times, really, as far as kind of like letting him know that she felt some type of way, that she didn't know he was married, that he gave a fake name, and that I don't know, they wasn't gonna be together after a one night stand in Vegas. I don't know what her real problem is. Honestly,
Why would you think that?
I don't know what her real problems is. Somebody teach her the rules.
Well, let me roll back on her character a little bit. So she is a police officer. She used to be an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Her daughter got the gun, shot herself or shot something. They didn't show that. What happened? Who shot
she
what?
was okay. So she was passed out because she was an alcoholic, but she had her service weapon on the bed. And her daughter, who looked like she was probably maybe 4 or something at the time, came in the room, started playing with the gun, and she woke up just as her daughter shot herself.
Right.
And now her daughter is paralyzed from the waist down.
Yep. And so the husband took the baby.
Yes.
For good. But he was somebody important in the
He
city.
was.
Because
He was a city council member.
He could touch the judges. He could touch the lawyers. He was something different.
On top of the fact that he was getting in trouble because it was discovered that he was siphoning money from an urban development fund. So he was under scrutiny at the time as well. But there's articles, they show them looking up articles about her past and the fact that she was once highly decorated officer who then had a fall from grace after her daughter used her own service weapon to shoot herself.
Yeah.
So, and then of course they got divorced. Her and the daughter's father got divorced, and it's a bitter, bitter relationship between the two of them. And he's not a good person either.
He's not.
Anybody
said he was.
I'm gonna say something. These people in this movie are not likable. I didn't like none of them.
It's the whole movie. It's just the whole. But anyway,
there was a point in time where I was like, if a meteor came down here and killed everybody and they rolled the credits, I'd probably be all right with it.
Oh my God. So anyway, that situation kind of goes with what happens next. So after he finds his best friend and his wife sleeping together, he goes to her apartment or whatever. Stuff happens again.
That's the part where I wanted the meteor to come down. You sleep with her again?
That's dumb. You see how crazy she is. Anyway, so she was like, okay, well, I'm going to do you a favor.
Okay.
Do you a favor. So the wife and the best friend end up dead.
They just pop up dead. They woke up dead.
She done left his wedding ring. She done set up this whole thing. She's the police who's investigating him at this point now. And
for a murder that she committed.
For murders that she committed.
That she claims she's doing for him. But like you said about the wedding ring, she left just enough evidence around for him to still be suspicious.
But we went to the realization of why. Because she wanted him to kill her baby daddy.
She wanted him to kill her husband.
So I killed your people. You gonna kill mine, so I get my daughter back.
Yep.
And we all gonna be okay.
Not that she should have her daughter back, or that she should even still be a detective. But these are all things that she feels like she's entitled to have, and so she's gonna use Derek to get him.
It was just a whole bunch of twist turns, going around the corners, up hills and down hills with this movie.
It was a lot.
Wow.
And it was a lot of this at the wrong times with the wrong people. I'll say that too.
That's where people make their mistake.
That is where they make their mistake.
All the time. Yeah.
And to sum it up, honestly, it took a lot of twists and turns. But for me, if we want to talk about how I feel about it, I did not like it. I did not like the movie, no.
You didn't like it? You gonna give it a knot?
No, I'm gonna give it a knot. It's gonna get a knot for me. Because honestly, I did not believe enough of the interactions between the people in this movie to have what they did make sense. It didn't. Certain things just did not make sense.
But I like the movie. I like going in and out and guessing. It kept me. You know what I'm saying? It kept me guessing on what's gonna happen here, there, and the other. Yes, it's some things that didn't make sense. Yes. However, I'll give it a hot because I'll watch it again. I will watch it again. Only just because Michael Ealy is in there.
I mean, I have a pretty good catalog of Michael Ealy stuff to refer to.
So Danielle's giving it a knot. I'm going to give it a hot. Why don't you watch it and you tell us what we think?
Yeah. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe, you like, you share. Let's start a dialogue about this movie, y'all. Do you think I'm off base? Do you think it was believable? I don't think it was. Let's argue about it.
Type of way.
I feel some type of way. I can't get this hour and 53 minutes of my life back.
But I do want to say this about the wife, Tracy.
Oh, okay.
Demarius Lewis. We got the same birthday. Hey, girl.
Aw.
10-10. Let's go.
She used to dance with Prince.
Ooh.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye.